Hello students, welcome to you on my YouTube channel Pawan Agnihotri Physics Maths Classes. Today I am going to discuss exercise of chapter 4 class 10 physics. This chapter is refraction. Now here the theory of this chapter we have already done. Now today I will take the exercise 4e and discuss the questions of exercise 4e. But before that you see the examples of this exercise, because very good examples have been given, very good questions have been given in the examples. So question number 9 you can see here, perhaps it will be visible to you, I hope it will be visible, and you open your book also, because in the book it will be more visible. The diagrams below shows two parallel rays A and B of the red and violet light respectively incident from air on air glass boundary. These two parallel rays are falling on the air glass boundary. Complete the diagram showing the refracted ray for them in the glass. You have to show the refracted ray for them in the glass. It's clear? So you can see here I am trying. As you know that one ray is of red color and other is of violet color. One ray is of red color and other is of violet color. It's clear? You can see if we draw here the refracting surface is this. This is the refracting surface which is separating air and glass. Here this is air and this is glass. Both the rays are parallel. One is of red color and other is of violet color. You have to draw the path of these, their corresponding refracted rays. Now you can see here. One is of red color and other is of violet. This is red and this is violet. So as we know that, since we know that the refractive index of violet is more than the refractive index of red, so which will bend more? Which one will bend more? So red one will bend less and violet will bend more. Here this is the normal. It's clear. Means you will show greater bending in the violet ray. In the violet ray there will be the greater bending. Means if we draw here, so suppose if it is the refracted ray for violet, so this is for red. It's clear. So it is shown here. You can see this is for red and this is for violet. Violet is bending more and red is bending less. It's clear. Then you see the next part of this. How do the speeds of these rays differ in glass? This is the first part. Complete the diagram that you have completed. It's clear. Then and here you must show these arrows. Arrows are very important. Now you have to write about the speed. Whose speed is more? So as we know that red color fastest. In air, in vacuum, all the colors travel with the same speed. While in any other medium other than air, red travel fastest and violet travel slowest. So what is the velocity of red color? Velocity of red color light will be more than velocity of violet color light. It's clear? Violet color light, that will be more. Here velocity of red color will be more and violet color will be less. Then are the two refracted rays in glass parallel? So no, they are not parallel. Why? What is the region? Because the region is also asked. So what will be the region? So you will write first part, no. Why? As both colors have different values of refractive index in glass. Both colors have different values of refractive index in glass, and further you can write mu of violet is greater than mu of red. It is clear. Then you can see here there is one more part. How does the refractive index of glass differ for the two rays? So that already here this is the answer of the third part. It is clear. For violet color it is more and for red color it is less. It is clear. So this is example 9. Now you see the example 10 also. I am showing you example 10. This is page number 2, example 10. These pages also I will upload, so you see in the description box. Here you can see figure 4.16 shows a ray of light AO. It is showing a ray of light AO incident on a rectangular glass block PQRS, which is silvered at the surface RS. Here it is silvered. This is that reflection from the thick plane mirror. The ray is partly reflected and partly refracted. Draw the path of reflected and refracted rays. So at least two rays emerging from the surface PQ. From here you have to show two rays which are emerging out. It's clear. Which are emerging out means from which are going from glass to air. It's clear. So two rays emerging from the surface PQ after reflection from the surface RS. How many images are formed? That you know. Multiple images will be formed. Which image is the brightest? Second image will be the brightest. So here you can see this is very simple. It's clear. Here I am making this. You can see here. Suppose this is the thick plane mirror. And how will you make it very easily? So you see once again, that day in the previous lecture also I have explained this. It's clear. Here it is P, Q, R, S. It's clear. Now this ray is falling slantingly. Let me shift it. Here this is falling slantingly. So partly it will be reflected. And then it will be refracted also. Reflected as well as refracted both. Reflect it will according to the laws of reflection. So see here this I will draw the reflected ray. If we draw here reflected ray, you can see this is the reflected ray. Then it is refracted. So refracted ray will be this. Now at this surface what will happen? It will get reflected. Here at this surface it will get reflected because it is a silvered surface. This surface is silvered. So you make V. It's clear. But this V should be symmetrical. Means V letter. It's clear. This. Here this is coming this way. Then here this. When it will emerge out, it will emerge out parallel to this direction. So it will emerge out in this direction. It is clear. Once again what will happen? It will be reflected here in this side. Partly it will be reflected. So see here what will be? So this direction will be parallel to, see here once again. Here this will be parallel to this. This you have to notice. This will be parallel to this. Both will be parallel. Once again here there will be the reflection. So when you will draw the reflected ray, so its reflected ray will be parallel to this. Reflected ray here, here at this point reflected ray will be parallel to this. So I am trying here. So when you will draw, this is the reflected ray. It's clear? Then when it emerges out here, what will happen? It will emerge out parallel to this direction. So you have shown two rays emerging out. It's clear? It is shown here. Two rays emerging out from the PQRS has been shown. So you can see that this first part you have done. Draw the path of the reflected and refracted rays. It's clear? Then show at least two rays, that also you have done. How many images are found? So you will write multiple images will be found. Which image is the brightest? Second image will be brightest. It's clear? So this is the answer. Now you can see here question number 8. Question number 8 is also a very good question. It's clear? Question number 8. This is example 8. It's clear? Example question 8. The diagram you see here, the diagram below shows a glass block suspended in a liquid. A beam of light of single color is incident from the liquid on one side of the block. This glass block is suspended inside some liquid. It's clear? There is a container in which liquid is filled, and inside that this has been suspended, this glass block. It's clear? And a light of single color is falling upon it. That is monochromatic light. Monochromatic light means light of single color, light of single wavelength. Draw diagrams to show how does the light bend when it travels from liquid to glass and then to liquid. Means first it will go from where to where? It will move from liquid to glass, and then from this surface it will come out glass to liquid. So you have to draw the ridge. It's clear? You have to draw the ridge. And then to liquid. Number 1, the light slows down in the glass. Number 2, light speeds up. So first I will make the first one. When light slows down in the glass. What is its meaning when light slows down in the glass? When light slows down in the glass, it means light is moving from where to where? It is moving from rarer medium to the denser medium. It is clear? When light slows down in the glass, it means it is moving from where to where? Denser to rarer. It is clear that you remember this thing. It is clear? Here if you see, then both the refracting surfaces are parallel. So what does it mean? You can see here, this is the glass block. Here there is liquid. Here also there is liquid. It's clear? This is the glass. Since light slows down on entering in glass, therefore it moves from this. You have to write, because how will you know that it is moving from rarer to the denser? Therefore it moves from rarer to denser medium. It's clear? You don't use these short forms, R and D. Here I have written, but you don't write in your board exam. Rarer, denser. You will write full. It is clear? So it moves from rarer to the denser medium. Now you can see here, this is the, here this is scale. You can wait. Yes, now here this is the direction of incident ray. This is incident ray. It's clear? Incident ray is this. I am showing from some different sketch pen. I am showing. It's clear. This is the incident ray. Now it will be visible. Now what will be the normal? So see here both the refracted rays are, both the refracting surface. One refracting surface is this, where refraction take place when light ray goes from liquid to glass. Other refracting surface is this, when the light is moving from where to where? Glass to liquid. Here it is moving from glass to liquid from this surface. Both are parallel. Therefore, emergent ray will be parallel to the original direction of incident ray. Emergent ray will be parallel to the original direction of incident ray. So, first you draw the original direction in the dotted line. It's clear. This concept you will apply in drawing kit. It's clear. Now it is moving from where to where? Denser to rarer to denser. Rarer to denser. So what will happen? It will bend towards the normal. It will bend towards the normal. Now I am going to draw the refracted ray. So refracted ray will be in which direction? It will be in this direction. It will go along this, or it will go along this. So you can see here it will go along this direction. Why? Because it is moving from rarer to the denser. So here I have drawn, it is the direction of refracted ray. It is the direction of refracted ray. It's clear. And then when it emerges out from here, it will emerge out parallel to the original direction. That's why I have drawn this. It will emerge out parallel to the original direction. It's clear. So this is the first part. Now you see the second part, when light speeds up. Here it is given second part, when the light speeds up in glass. It speeds up in glass, it means it is going from where to where? It is going from denser to rarer. Now this medium is denser and this is rarer. And when it moves from denser to rarer medium, what will happen? It will bend away from the normal. Means if we draw in the same diagram, then what will be the refracted ray? So here I am drawing in the same diagram from a different pen. It's clear. This is the incident ray. This will be the refracted ray. After emerging out from here, once again it will become parallel. And why it will become parallel? Because both the refracting surfaces are parallel to each other. This refracting surface and this refracting surface both are parallel. So this way you can do this. It's clear. Then you can see here, state two conditions under which light ray passing from liquid to glass travel straight without bending. It's clear. So as you know that there are two conditions of no refraction. What are the two conditions of no refraction? When a ray of light falls perpendicularly to the surface separating both medium. So when a ray of light is falling perpendicularly to the glass block, what will happen? It will pass undeviated. It will pass undeviated. And the another is when the refractive index of liquid is same as the refractive index of glass. Refractive index of liquid is equal to refractive index of glass. Will the glass be visible? So no, glass will not be visible. Here glass will not be visible. So this is a very important question, that what are the conditions for no refraction. So conditions for no refraction is that either light ray should fall perpendicularly to the surface separating both medium, or both mediums should have the same refractive index. They should have same refractive index. You can see here conditions for a light ray to pass undeviated on refraction. So this I explained. It's clear. So rest numericals you can do here. Here you can see the same thing here in the question number 2. A ray of light falls normally on a glass slab. What will happen? It will pass undeviated. It will pass undeviated. Draw a diagram showing the path of the ray till it emerges out, that is shown here. What is the angle of incidence? I will be 0, R will also be 0. Angle of incidence, angle of refraction, both will be 0. Now you see some more questions here. Now I am moving towards the exercise 4A. It's clear? So you can see here this exercise 4A. Let me adjust the page, otherwise it may possible. Yes, now it is visible. Yes. Now you can see here, you open your book. Here question number 22, I am going to take this question. Question number 22. It's clear. What is question number 22? You can see here. Write the values. The diagram alongside shows the refraction of a ray of light from air to liquid. Air to liquid means it is moving from air to liquid. Incident ray is this and refracted ray is this. Write the values of angle of incidence. Angle of incidence is the angle between incident ray and normal. Normal is this. So this is the angle of incidence. So what will be this? This angle is 30, so it will be 90 minus 30. 90 minus 30, so equals to 60 degree. It will be 60 degree. Angle of refraction, angle between refracted ray and normal. Refracted ray is this, normal is this. What will be this angle? It will be 90 degree minus 45 degree. So it will be equals to 45 degree. Then use Snell's law to find the value of refractive index. You have to use Snell's law to find the value of refractive index. So you can see here, how will you find this? How will you use the Snell's law to find the value of refractive index? So refractive index here, it is moving from where to where? It is moving from air to liquid. So A mu L. What will you write? A mu L. A mu L means Ri of liquid. Liquid. With respect to air. It's clear. This will be equals to sine of angle of incidence upon sine of angle of refraction. Now you can see here, what is angle of incidence? Angle of incidence is 60 degree. Angle of refraction is 45 degree. So it is sine 60 degree upon sine 45 degree. What is sine 60 degree? Sine 60 degree is root 3 upon 2. Sine 45 degree, it is 1 upon root 2. It's clear. So when you will simplify root 3 upon 2, this will become reciprocal and multiply root 2 upon 1. So root 3 into root 2, it is root 6 upon 2. It's clear. This way you can write. You write in the same way. This is the correct form because we don't keep surd in the denominator. It is clear. Now after this, you can see here question number 21. It is clear. You see question number 21. I am going to do question number 21. In the figure, it is visible to you. It is clear. In the figure 4.18, a ray of light is incident from air, suffers partial reflection and refraction. Partly it will be reflected and partly it will be refracted. Complete the diagram showing the reflected ray B. Reflected ray has been named by B and refracted ray has been named as C. How are the angles of incidence I and refraction R related? Means what is the relation between I and R? It's clear. So see here. You can see I am drawing here. Here. This is question number 21. And this was question number 22. Page 3. These pages you can find in the description box. This. Now you can see here, this is the incident ray. It is air to water, means going from rarer to denser. That we know, water is denser. Water is denser. You draw the normal. For completing, you draw the normal. Arrows are very, very important. So first you will show the reflected ray. So reflected ray will go making same angle from the normal edge, angle of incidence. Means here I have drawn. You will draw the rough diagram, means in this way, freehand you will draw, but these two angles should be equal. It is clear? Means they should appear equal. They should appear equal. It is clear? Then refracted ray, it will bend towards the normal. This is the refracted ray, bending towards the normal. This is the angle of incidence and this is the angle of refraction. It is clear? Now you have to write the relation between how our angles I and refraction are related. So see here, one answer of this question can be I is greater than R. It is clear? And another answer can be A mu W equals to sin I upon sin R. It's clear? So if it is asked, then you can write both the things, because relation, so that is also a relation. I greater than R. It's clear? Now you can see here question number 15 here. This also looks very simple, and it has been asked in the board examination. In the board examination it has been asked. Now you can see here question number 15. A boy uses blue color of light to find the refractive index of glass. He then repeats the experiment using the red color of light. Will the refractive index be the same or different in the two values? So it will be different. And give a region. See here. As we know that this is the VIBGYOR. All of you see here. Question number 15. VIBGYOR. VIBGYOR. These are the prominent colors. All colors travel with same speed in air or vacuum. All colors travel with same speed in air or vacuum. It's clear? They have same speed, but in any other medium, red travel fastest, and violet travel slowest. So what will be the answer of this question? What will be answer? You can see here. First part, will the refractive index be same? No, refractive index will not be same. No, Ri will not be same. Ri will not be same. Then what is the region? So since mu is inversely proportional to the velocity, and velocity of red color is more than the velocity of violet color. It's clear? Therefore, mu for red color will be less than mu for violet color. It's clear? So, there will be the different refractive index. Here in place of violet, there is blue. It's clear? So, you can write blue. It is blue. Red color travel speed is more than the blue color speed. Therefore, its refractive index will be less than of blue color. So it will not be same. It is clear. Then you can see one more question here. Question number 10. Compare the speeds of light of wavelength 4000 angstrom, which is the wavelength of violet light, and 8000 angstrom, which is of red light, in vacuum 1:1. Both are having the same speed. How is the refractive index of medium related to the speed of light in vacuum or air? So that you know, mu m equals to C upon Vm. What is the refractive index with respect to vacuum or air? It is the formula this. Mu m equals to C upon Vm. Refractive index of any medium with respect to air or vacuum is equal to ratio of speed of light in vacuum to the speed of light in that medium. It is clear. So this I have told. Now you do the exercise, each and every exercise of this chapter. Each and every question of this exercise. Now you can see here question number 2 more questions I will discuss here. Numericals are all simple. You can see here. In the adjacent diagram AO, a ray of light is incident on a regular glass block. Complete the path of ray till it emerges out. So it will emerge out parallel, that I have told. In the diagram mark, so first you make the diagram. It is clear. When you will make the diagram, it will be like this. Here. It is ray of light is falling this way. This is the original direction. You draw the normal. It will bend towards the normal, and then it goes in this way. It's clear. So this I have drawn. Arrows are very important. So in the diagram, complete the path of the ray till it emerges out. In the diagram, mark the angle of incidence I, angle of refraction R at the first interface. How is the refractive index of glass related to I and R? It's clear. So of this question,